My house is destroyed. Ah.
A new place, a new home for a while. Let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by. Life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way.
I'm starting off in the kitchen today. So I started off with a lot of steam. I was like, okay, we're going to get the whole house done. And then slowly throughout the day, there's this head cold that started progressing and now it's like, I sound like, I don't know. I can't even hear myself talk because my ears are clogged up, my nose is clogged up, my eyes are watering, all those things. So I started out with a good ambition. Like, I was like, yes, I was so ambitious, but then throughout the day, life happened, and that's okay. We still got a lot done. I tackled the kitchen and the living room, and I got deep down into my kitchen cabinets and pulled everything out and decluttered and got rid of old stuff, done all the things. I wasn't expecting to do that. But I started out spraying my counters with the method. I used the pink grapefruit the most, probably, out of all of them. I do like I was wanting to say the green one's called Lamborghini, but it's not called Lamborghini. It's something like bamboo or something like that. I like that one a lot, but I really love the pink grapefruit. I like the color pink, and then I also love the smell of pink grapefruit, but I really just like grapefruit. That I just gravitate towards that one for some reason. But I'm wiping down my counters, and then I'm wet dusting around the base of my pillars because they get so dusty. The pillars attract dust like no other. I'm getting all my counters cleared off. It had been a hot minute since the last time I really just wiped down my counters, like behind stuff, underneath stuff, so I was going to get prepared to do that, but I also had a lot of dishes to do. This is what I'm washing my dishes with. I use the Method dish soap in any scent. This one just happens to be lemongrass. And then a Scrub Daddy sponge is what I've been using lately. And then I just use the cheapest that I can find at the store for the dishwasher pods. And that happens to be Finish. Whatever's cheap and in stock is what I go for when it comes to dish pods. I did not know till recently that you can use liquid dish detergent like you can like liquid laundry detergent. And that's what I really want to do. I actually want to just start doing liquid everything just to make it easier on, I don't know, my house's pop system. Is that what you call it? Because I know that a lot of the powdered, the compacted powder forms of stuff can sometimes really cause havoc on your home's popping things. Here I am sounding like I don't know what I'm talking about, but in my head I know what I'm talking about. So I'm just getting all these dishes tackled so that I can have a clean slate. Once my sink is clean, that's when I feel like I'm making progress. So I always try to tackle that first in my kitchen. Your kitchen instantly looks cleaner if there's no dishes in the sink and the sink is cleaned out. So that's what I always strive for at the beginning of cleaning.
As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way.
I know not everybody washes their really crusty dishes before they put them in the dishwasher, but I do just because I don't trust my dishwasher. My dishwasher is practically brand new. I've had it probably less than a year. I don't trust it, though, when it comes to the caked on stuff because I leave stuff caked on and I know I shouldn't, but it happens, and it's just how it happens in my house. So I almost always have to scrub pots and pans before I put them in the dishwasher. That's why I'm washing dishes before I put them in the dishwasher. I get a lot of questions about that sometimes, and if you're new here and you're like, what is she doing? That's what a dishwasher's for. I've got 7-day macaroni and cheese. Not really 7 day, but 7-day macaroni and cheese on a pot. Like, it's got to have some elbow grease. I'm using this nifty little thing. It's my favorite thing ever. One of my friends gave it to me and I am in love with it. I use it to clean out my sink. I love how like you can put soap in the bottom of it and then it has like this little springy system, and like you spring it, like you push it down, up and down, up and down, and then it like soaps up, and it's I just like it. I don't know, it's so cool. I have learned though, since painting this sink white with the epoxy appliance paint, I'm not a fan of white sinks. I don't know what I was thinking. It didn't work very well. I mean, it did, I guess, but I don't know. I'm really rough on sinks, so you can see it's scuffed up. But I'm glad I went ahead with the paint because it has made me realize I don't want a white sink. I love the farmhouse white sinks. I think they're beautiful. I think they're cute. If I was a better homemaker, a better cleaner, then maybe, but I'm not. I just need one of those sinks that doesn't show everything. I need one of those sinks that I don't have to wipe down with a magic eraser every other day to keep clean. I want a stainless steel sink back, but I want to keep the black hardware. Like my faucet here has done great since I painted it with epoxy paint. So, I mean, the sink I am really hard on, but if I could go back, would I still do it? Would I still paint the sink white? Yes, because it has taught me that I don't want a white sink, and I would have rather had painted and just spent a couple of dollars on the epoxy paint than to go and buy a white sink to only realize that I don't want a white sink. So yes, I would go back and do it again.
Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't really matter what they do. Baby, got me breathing now, breathing now. Doesn't matter where I go, heart still open, can I close? Baby, got me breathing now, breathing now. Welcome to this one-way ride, we're all on it, got to give it a go. All we got is hope. Don't you know? Wipe the floor of yesterday. You can change it anyway. And you're never alone, never alone. Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't really matter what they do. Let go, baby, let me breathe it now. Let go, breathe it now. Doesn't matter where I go, heart still open, can I close? Let go, baby, let me breathe it now. Let go, breathe it now. Took my head out of the sand, we're all in it, better. Open your eyes, see the open sky. Don't you know? Shake whatever brings you down, all that ties you to the ground. Cause you're never alone, never alone. Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't really matter what they do. Let go, baby, let me breathe it now. Let go, breathe it now. Doesn't matter where I go, heart still open, can I close? Let go, baby, let me breathe it now. Let go, breathe it now. Na 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 no, 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 na 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 no. Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't really matter what they do. Let go, baby, let me breathe it now. Let go, breathe it now. Doesn't matter where I go, heart still open, can I close? Let go, baby, let me breathe it now. Let go, breathe it now. Let go, baby, got me breathing now. Let go, baby, got me breathing now, breathing now.
Moved everything off the counters to give them a good wipe down, like I was saying earlier, but I also wanted to reevaluate my decisions when it comes to cluttering up my countertop. We had got a Hawaiian ice maker and a bunch of different syrups, because like we love shaved ice around here, and we were going to this little truck shaved ice place, snow cone place, and we were spending a crap ton of money a week hunting this little truck down so that we could all get a snow cone. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make an investment and I'm gonna buy a snow cone maker basically, and a bunch of different of our favorite syrups. That was a good idea because we're loving it. But then I'm like, where am I putting this? And it's just stayed on the counter, and I've had nowhere to meal prep, like prep our food for the day, nowhere to do anything. So I decided to move things around on my countertop. I got my Keurig over there and my thing with all my utensils, but I moved my mixer over to this area because I hadn't been using that wax warmer anyway that was sitting over there. So I moved that over there and just put that little plant beside it. I'm using glass cleaner on my stove because a bunch of you guys were telling me to, but I don't think y'all meant to use it to like get all the crumbs off like I'm doing here. I think y'all meant maybe to, you know, shine it up, you know. I learned from my mistake because it didn't do a very good job at eating away the stuff that was caked on the stove. So while I did wipe it down with this, it took me a hot minute. If my mouth is open half this video, it's because I'm struggling to breathe. My nose is completely stopped up, especially on the day I was cleaning. And I'm like, y'all ever watch Arnold and you got that kid like that always pops up behind Arnold and he's like, that's what I was sounding like. That's what I'm sounding like now. I'm struggling to sound like I'm okay at this point, but anyway, I really struggled to get the stuff off of the stove with that glass cleaner, so I actually went back in with Method after that to get a lot of the stuff off. And then later on, when I got done cooking on it and used it for the day, I shined it up with a glass cleaner, and it worked really well that way. So that's probably how I'm going to clean it from now on, because my oven, as you can see, my stovetop, it does get very filthy. So I could have went in with baking soda. I have done that in previous videos. I went in with baking soda. I went in with the Power Paste from Scrub Daddy. Honestly, I just wanted to do it simple this time. I let some Method sit on there, some Method all-purpose spray. I went in with my Scrub Daddy scrubber, and it worked pretty well. It didn't get the stuck-on stuff off there, but it got it good and clean. I don't think that black stuff is ever going to come off at this point.
Nothing really matters if you're not mine right here, right now. And even if the world ends, then I'll be fine. No fear, no doubt. I know a place that sneak away. Leave the pain, I'll stay with you. Let me hold you, close your eyes. We'll be reaching past.
So I'm kind of just doing everything at once today because that's the way I gotta do it if I want to get it all done. I'm kind of like decluttering my kitchen. I've got a little bit going on, but I'm kind of decluttering the kitchen, the drawers and stuff, while I actually clean up because everything is a mess. While I have dinner going, I just got chicken tenders in the oven and got them baking, and I got some seasoning out to season them with. So while I've already dug into this little seasoning cabinet, I'm going to go through and declutter it too. I've got the stuff that I washed out here on the counters to declutter too. Kind of going opposite of what I always do. I usually do the orbiting method where I start on one end and I just go around. But it's kind of just all happening today. And sometimes it does that. So I'm just kind of going through and decluttering as I actually clean. I don't like doing it this way. I rarely ever do it this way, but today it's just how it's happening.
Your medicine, no fear, no doubt. I know a place that sneak away. Leave the pain, I'll stay with you. Let me hold you, close your eyes. We'll be reaching paradise.
So out of the bottom of the cabinet, this is what we're getting rid of. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but it's something. These are mostly out of date or just so old that they're basically fossilized on the inside. So we're just going to get rid of these. I think my mom gave me that cooking spray oil about 6 years ago, honestly. So it's overdue.
Closing in on heaven, and I know we'll be alright. Be alright, be alright. Yeah, I know we'll be alright. We are closer now than ever, and I know we'll be alright. Be alright, be alright.
Now it's categorized and organized, and my Lazy Susans actually work. Woo! This is what all we're getting rid of.
Be alright. We are closer now than ever, and I know we'll be alright.
it probably looks backwards for me to come clean my sink and then come back and put something in it and then clean my sink again and put something back in it. That's because it is backwards, but my mind works backwards sometimes. So I cleaned my sink and then I decided to soak these. It wasn't planned, it was just impromptu kind of thing because that's just Merina. So I cleaned my sink, then I put those in there, and then I washed those, and then I cleaned my sink again, and then I put the dishes from dinner in the sink. And then thankfully, while I was finishing up getting everything done, I've done this recipe in previous videos, by the way. It's just chicken casserole the way Nanny makes it. While I was getting everything done and finishing up the cabinets in the kitchen, Shane and the kids tackled the dishes for me. Once they saw I was not feeling so hot, they really came through, and a majority of the stuff that in the living room that needed to be done, they got it done. In the bathrooms, they got it done. So they really helped me out this day. Honestly, 90% of the stuff that got done, even though I was working really hard in this kitchen area, around the house, 90% of the stuff that got done wouldn't have got done without them. So sometimes, y'all, it does take a village. It takes the whole family pitching in, especially when Mama's under the weather. Like, they come through and they help me out, and we really work together. On normal days, they have their own things. My kiddos have zone chores, so they have a particular area in the house that they're responsible for. Sometimes we do it daily, sometimes we do like weekly zones, sometimes we do daily zones, so somebody could be in charge of an area in the bathroom for a week or just a day. We go back and forth just however we're feeling that week. But when they start to see Mama's under the weather, I don't even have to ask for help. They jump right in and they're like, Mama, what can we do? And I'm grateful for that, especially on days like these.
So high. They told me to sit back, don't make a sound, don't go to the unknown, but I'm too curious for that. Might be a little crazy, I don't mind. I like the way it feels. No need to set off the alarm. No. See, I won't stick with it, running in a wheel, no. So I'll be taking off, for I'm dead and gone. Oh, I'm so high, so high. I'm erase the aeroplanes up in the sky. I'm so high.
I've been needing to tackle this set of cabinets for a while now. We have way too many cups, and I still didn't get rid of near as many as I should have. But I did get rid of any that no longer had a lid, because a lot of them we couldn't find the lids for. Ones we just didn't use. Ones that weren't special to us. I kept like our Dollywood cup, because like we get like really cheap refills in that when we go back. And I've kept all of our movie theater cups, because same. Kept almost all of my mugs, because a lot of them are from you guys and from my friends, and those are really important to me. So I wanted to have a specific place to keep them at and to keep them safe, and only to where I can reach them and use them, because oftentimes the kiddos will come in and grab one, and I'm always like, be careful, like, do not drop it, because they're important to me. So I cleared out the top shelf of these cabinets, and that's where I'm storing my mugs now. But I did get rid of a lot. I did keep my see-through cups, my blue see-through cups you see there right beside the movie theater ones. I get those from Ross for super cheap, and they are my favorite, because I do not drink out of things that I cannot see through, except for coffee mugs. Like, if it's a cup, I have to, if it's a glass, I have to be able to see through it, or I can't drink out of it. I don't know, it's like a phobia or something. But I really am that way, even in like restaurants and stuff. I don't even, it's odd. So I kept a lot of it, but if I couldn't find a lid for it, or if it was just unnecessary to keep, I got rid of it. And I actually did end up getting rid of quite a bit. I probably do need to get rid of more, but right now I'm just not in the headspace. One of these days it's going to get on my nerves. One of these days soon, I'm sure it'll get on my nerves so much to where I'm like, get rid of it all. I end up doing that at least twice a year. So as for right now, though, I did declutter quite a bit, and I'm happy with what I did declutter.
Oh, can't you see I'm so high, so high.
this is what all we're getting rid of in that cabinet department. But I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole right now, especially, let me show y'all. I'll do it in a video when I get to feeling better. Oh, look at that. Stuff just falling out. When I get to feeling better, because I'm actually starting to get a fever. So when I get to feeling better, then we'll tackle this monstrosity as well as the cabinets over there. But for right now, we tackled this, decluttered that, and this. So that's good. I'm going to pack this stuff up though and get this shoved back in there and shut that so that I can forget that's even there.
To get by, we're one step closer to find ourselves a perfect place, a feeling you just can't deny. So come on over, 'cause I could never live without you. Everywhere we go, nobody knows. We're waiting for the time to let go and do what's right for us. Started out here, way beyond the tracks. The story of us and now we never look back. 'Cause this is our time, this is our life. And sometimes all you need is a smile. You made up your mind just to see it through. There's nobody else here waiting. Just tell me how to get through to you. 'Cause I just wanna get closer. Started out here, way beyond the tracks. The story of us and how we never look back. 'Cause this is our time, this is our life. And sometimes all you need is a smile. Oh yeah. 'Cause this is our time, this is our life. Sometimes all you need is a smile to get by. I used to think I had plenty of dreams and light in my life. Still my glass was half empty, but you came along and showed me how to love without limits, to have a good time. My glass was always half empty, but now you're in my life. We're far away from the city lights, so small under the night sky. It's just us two, but I don't mind. You could never wear me out. Even after all of these years, you still look at me with the same love. It's just us two, but I don't mind. You could never wear me out. You could never wear me out.
with some mighty determination and some help from my family, we got the daggone thing done. We tackled it. It feels so much better in here. I was able to sit down and relax and just wind down and take my meds and knock myself out. So this is what it looks like in the warm light too. I love it. I love you guys. I hope you have a blessed morning, evening, night, whatever it is, wherever you're at. I love you, but Jesus loves you more. I'll see y'all later.